Hey, what's going on, guys? So I just want to make a little video here as I have my AEW TNT Championship belt, one of my favorite belts in my collection, as you guys have seen in one of my latest videos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video, but I want to make a video because today is AEW Full Gear Day. I'm super excited because it's one of the biggest shows of the year. So many possible outcomes in this. Possible anxious millennial cowboy finally fulfilling his dream of becoming world champion. But anyways, I'm going to go over my card predictions for AEW Full Gear 2021. All right, so we got ourselves the buy-in. We have ourselves Thunder Rosa and Hikaru Shida versus Nyla Rose and Jamie Hayter. And I am going to be going, and of course this is a preview of the TBS Championship tournament. I'm going with Thunder Rosa and Hikaru Shida to win this matchup. Then we have ourselves the Inner Circle versus the Men of the Year and American Top Team in a Minneapolis street fight. So that's Jake Hager, Santana Ortiz, Sammy Guevara, the TNT Champion, and Le Champion Chris Jericho versus Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page, Arlovsky, I don't know what his first name is, but Arlovsky, Junior Dos Santos, and of course Dan Lambert. I think that the Inner Circle is going to be winning this matchup, and they're going to be getting their hands on Dan Lambert finally, and so we can shut him up. All right, so then we have ourselves also. What's going on there? All right, something tweaking out on my phone or what? I don't know. All right, so we got ourselves Cody Rhodes and Pac in a very interesting duo versus another interesting duo of Malachi Black and Andrade El Idolo. And I'm going to be going with Andrade El Idolo and Malachi Black to be winning this matchup. And the reason why I'm going with this is I think there's a possibility because Pac is very stubborn. So maybe Cody accidentally costs the match, and then Pac gets mad at Cody, and then we get ourselves Cody versus Pac in the storyline, which would be pretty darn cool in my opinion. So yeah, all right, and then we have ourselves the Super Click versus Christian Cage and Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. And that is a falls count anywhere match where they can win the match anywhere in the arena and outside of the ring. So I'm going with the Super Click, Adam Cole, baby, and the Young Bucks to defeat Jurassic Express and Christian Cage. All right, then we have ourselves MJF and Darby Allin. This is a very hard one. I think this could go very well either way. I finally decided to go with Darby Allin just because MJF has already defeated the other two pillars. Because there's the four pillars of the young AEW wrestlers that are up and coming, which is MJF, Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, and Jungle Boy. And MJF has already defeated Sammy Guevara and Jungle Boy, and I'm not sure they're going to have him win all three to dominate the four pillars necessarily yet. So I'm going with Darby Allin to defeat MJF. All right. And then we have ourselves, let's see here. My arm's getting tired. I'm holding up my phone, not doing this the best way. We have our CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston. Oh my gosh, that segment. That segment was absolutely incredible between Eddie and Punk. It looked like they wanted to kill each other, and I do think there's definitely a lot of realism to this story here, and I'm so incredibly excited for this matchup. Maybe the second most excited I am for any of the matchups after Hangman and Kenny. And I'm going with CM Punk because I just don't think CM Punk's going to lose anytime soon. But also, Eddie said he doesn't care about winning because he just wants to beat up Punk and get some revenge on him for the years. So, for the years of how Eddie claims that Punk treated him. So I'm going with CM Punk to win that match. It's going to be a fantastic match, and I think that Eddie's going to give him all he's got and beat up CM Punk a lot. All right, so Punk's winning that. And then we have ourselves Bryan Danielson versus Miro for the AEW World Championship. This is a very tough one, too. Although I am pretty set on who I think is going to win the main event, I'm not really that set on this one. Miro and Bryan Danielson. Whoever wins this match gets a shot at the AEW World Championship against Kenny Omega or Hangman Adam Page at a future time. And I went back and forth on this because I do think Hangman's going to win, spoiler. But I could think Bryan Danielson, but I don't think Bryan Danielson's going to face Hangman for the world title. I think so. I'm going with Miro to win this matchup because I think we'll have a heel versus face. Not that we can't have a face versus face, but I think that we're going to continue Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson pretty soon in the future too, within the next couple 2 or 3 months. So I'm going to be going with Miro winning this and facing and getting a world title shot in the future. All right, then we have our three championship matches. We have Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Ty Conti for the AEW Women's World Championship. And I'm going to be going with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, to retain her championship. It's going to be a really good match. I really like Ty a lot. And I think she's going to have some trouble